Third Era, year 427, Vardenfell, Morrowind. Blight is sweeping all around Red Mountain as the stench of death lingers at its peaks. Corpus, an infliction caused by the Blight, is infecting everybody. If you ask any race in Tamriel, they will tell you if you are infected with Corpus, you are an outcast, you are doomed. It matters not how well one is in healing or alchemy. If the diagnosis is Corpus, you will change and die. Upon change, the mind will lose itself. The Corpus pushes anyone to become violent and distorted. If said infected was to somehow manage to hang on to sanity, it would be for the worse. They would notice an odor about themselves, foul and unpleasant to others, and they would be forced to watch the horror of rotting flesh, open sores, and mounds of deformed molds become real. Their dreams would become torturous. These dreams drive you. They torture you. One becomes an inflicted individual who loses all self-awareness. You roam towards Red Mountain. Eventually, you either get slain on the outskirts, or you are tossed inside the ghost fence and taken to the Corpusarium to be experimented on, then die. Sometimes quick, others it's a slow change. The second, this one is questionable. You change into a servant of the creator of the sickness, gaining magic and new forms, though I have found no lore to support that the Corpus is responsible for this. Directly, there is more to support that the creatures that enjoy the worship of Dagoth are also in the company of people infected of Corpus. For the purpose of this being about Corpus, and not so much the followers of Dagoth, I will stick to the infliction. On a side note, the worshippers of Dagoth look at the contraction of Corpus as an actual blessing. They call it the divine disease, claiming that the only reason it distorts anyone is because it is divine, and said infected is not. Now, this is something I found interesting, and it was weird. If anybody knows the first recorded infliction of Corpus in Tamriel lore, I would like to know, because I could not find anything. Now, you can be infected in two ways that I know of. Getting too close to the huge ghost fence around Red Mountain and contracting it from an ash storm, or coming into conflict or contact with something that is infected with this disease. To be on point, I would assume that most races tormented by Corpus will be headed towards or already lurking around Red Mountain. Lore holds true to the idea. Races inflicted by Blight have vivid dreams and nightmares, and they are drawn to Red Mountain because of this. Locals of Vardenfell call the specific illness of Corpus soul sickness. There is no cure for Corpus, though in lore, the Savior reborn, called the Nervarin, contracted Corpus and had been cured. That is not true. The only reason Corpus did not kill the hero was due to the hero's divinity itself. So, as of now, no one in Tamriel or Elder Scroll lore has ever been cured of Corpus. Hey, thanks guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I picked Corpus because it's more of a morbid disease in the Elder Scrolls games. And for a side note, the Nervarin defeated the creator of Corpus, but in doing so contracted Corpus, and meaning the hero in the Third Era disappeared. There's some dialogue in Skyrim that talks about this, but nobody really knows what happened to that hero, and in fact, if it still did have Corpus, it could give Corpus to other people, so I'm not sure. Maybe we'll see it pop back up. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. You guys have a good one.